everyone, I'm Anna. I'm 31 years old and I live in Philadelphia. And today I wanted to create a vlog talking about happiness, those times in our lives when we're struggling emotionally or mentally or physically, and just what self-care really means to me. And I promise in this video I'm going to do my best to cheer you up if you are feeling blue and to arm you with some of my favorite tips, the things that I do to cheer myself up when I'm feeling blue. I'm doing that. Recently in my life, I've just had a couple of things happen that have been difficult to deal with emotionally. Some of them are just internal and others have to do with the way things are in the world right now. It has to do with friends and loved ones who are struggling. And I was thinking about creating a vlog that was kind of just my little how-to guide about how when I'm feeling down, even if I can't fix the root cause, there are some things that I do that help to just shake me up a little bit and get me out of my head a little bit, get me out of the negative emotions I'm feeling, maybe even just get me out of myself so that I can be more connected with the outside world. A big goal of mine right now is to find ways when I'm feeling really in a slump to pull myself out of it, and that can be so hard to do. A lot of the times when I'm feeling down, I want to stay inside. I want to cancel all of my plans. I don't want to see anyone. The last thing I want to do is exercise or go outside. And the funny thing is, most of the time, those are the things that are the most likely to actually make me feel better. I feel like self-care is a big topic of conversation. It has been over the years. There's been a big push to treat yourself and take self-care days. I think it's something that societally there's been a push for, when maybe in the past it was more of like a tough it out mindset. And I think that's really good, but sometimes I think the idea of what self-care means is a little bit skewed from what it actually should be. I think there is definitely times where self-care means treating yourself. It means relaxing. It means a spa day or a shopping spree, whatever it might be, whatever kind of indulgence you want to give yourself. Sometimes that's really necessary and sometimes you really need it. But other times self-care actually is doing the things that you keep shoving into the back of your mind, putting on the back burner, that eat away at you a little bit every day that you put it off. For example, if I am not feeling great about my financial situation, if I feel like I'm not meeting savings goals or I haven't been spending my money wisely, the last thing that I want to do is actually sit down and look at what is going on. That makes me want to put my head in the sand further. And the thing is that when I indulge in that, it really creates this, it's just this like push and pull that kind of keeps you away from equilibrium, keeps you away from real progress. It's a vicious cycle that is really hard to get out of. I just think that applies to so much. So I think that's a really good example of why it's so important to know when to be soft with yourself and when to be hard with yourself. When to loosen up a little bit and give yourself a little break, and when you actually really need to like push yourself to reach your goals. Because I think both can be true. And so, yeah, I guess I'm probably rambling. I tend to do that, but I thought it would be fun to just talk a little bit about all of this and share with you a little bit of the things that I do while also creating a bouquet. So I wrote down a couple of things, nothing too in depth. I was thinking of it in sort of little categories. So doing something to change whatever is physically going on around you is a really, really big help for me at least. So that might be exercising, that might just be getting out of the house. When I'm feeling really low energy and like I said, I really end up wanting to sit on the couch, watch TV. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to go and see friends. I don't want to go to the gym. But the thing that really pulls me out of that negativity and also ends up giving me more energy is forcing myself to go out and do something physical. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. It can be going on a walk. It can even be as simple as going out with a friend and getting a coffee. Something to get you out of the house. Sometimes when you're feeling really down, I feel like a lot of it is just going on in your head. You're just ruminating. If you're anxious like I am, you might just be spinning through scenarios, real or not real, over and over again. And doing something really hard, really physically hard, really can help you to just get out of your mind. Like, get out of those negative thoughts and distract you from whatever it is that's on your mind. So I'm about to head out for a run. I'm trying to do 8 miles. I feel like one of the best ways to shake me out of a down mood is just forcing myself to leave my house. And a lot of the times that's the last thing that I want to do when I'm not feeling my best. But I know like just stepping foot out of my apartment is enough sometimes to lift my mood a little bit. Breathing some fresh air, seeing the sky, running into people, it just pushes you out of yourself. I feel like when I'm feeling down, I want to sit inside and feel my feelings and process them, and that can be really, really good, and it's definitely a necessary process. But at the same time, there are times where what's really gonna make you feel better isn't ruminating, but getting out of your mind and doing something physical where you have to be really present in your body. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run my hardest and just try to like sweat out any bad feelings, shake myself up a little bit, and hopefully I'll feel better at the end of it. So going on that run was really, really wonderful. And it did energize me. Breathing the fresh fall air is just so wonderful. But sometimes it actually goes a little bit deeper than that even, and it has to do with your home environment. And sometimes I think things can feel really stagnant at home, and that can both be a symptom and a cause. So yeah, your external environment is extremely important and impacts your internal environment as well. But sometimes it means actually doing something to change your home, to make your home more for you, more comfortable, maybe cleaner. Sometimes it's as simple as just moving around the furniture a little bit. I know that really helps me feel refreshed. You know, spring cleaning is such a real thing. It's so good for your soul. And I also believe in summer cleaning, fall cleaning, winter cleaning. I think doing a kind of purge of the clutter and the unnecessary things that just pile up naturally over time in your home is so refreshing. And a lot of the times with the change of seasons, I feel like that's a really good time to do an overall cleanse of your home. The other thing, however, that I wanted to talk about was the mental side of it. So yes, sometimes doing something physical can help clear that mental space, but I think there's a couple of other things that really helped me a lot. Journaling, especially like a good brain dump where you just pour your every thought onto paper, can help so much, especially if you're not sure like what it is that's really eating away at you. Sometimes you can really find some clarity through pouring every thought with no judgment onto a piece of paper, and then maybe going back, reading it, and pulling out the little tidbits that might give you some insight into what's going on. But sometimes what you actually need is a break from all those thoughts, a break from the internal monologue. And while I said something physical like exercise can really help, there's another really great source for that. And for me, that is creativity. Doing something that uses your fingers, your hands, and gets you also out. It's a physical activity, but maybe it's not exercise, it is painting or creating a model, playing with clay, building Legos, or creating a bouquet. And so today I thought it would be fun, as we continue to talk, to create a little bouquet. I went to Trader Joe's. I love flowers so much, but I've never really been good at bouquets. One of my sisters is an absolutely incredible, breathtaking florist. Casper, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Oh. And also another reason why I don't get flowers a lot is because my cats always want to eat them. But I thought it would be fun to do this and just chat a little bit. So let's see. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet, but we're just going to build it. Yeah, so things have been a little bit down for me. Right now, where I am in life is it sometimes feels a little bit stagnant, and that worries me. The thing is that it's not. I'm where I need to be. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I need to be patient with myself and where my end goal is and getting there. I think sometimes it's so hard to be patient with ourselves. And it's so easy to be so hard on ourselves. And yeah, I don't know. These are just sort of thoughts that have been going through my head. So at this point of the video, I have to admit I realized I'm not great at multitasking. As I started editing this, I just noticed I started rambling a lot, and I definitely lost track of, I guess, like the outline of the video, and it was really fun. I just talked about a lot of stuff, and I really enjoyed making the bouquet, but yeah, I wanted to do a little voiceover to get back to all of the things that I did want to share. Wanted to talk about creativity, and I did have some thoughts on creativity that wound their way into the conversation a little bit later in the video. So I'm going to rearrange some of the sound from the video clips and bring up what I had been saying about creativity to this point in the video. But yeah, so there's that. But I do believe a big thing in life is being creative and pushing yourself to add that creativity into your life, especially if, for instance, it's not like a part of your day to day every day. Like my job is, there's some creativity involved, but overall, it's not a super, I don't think it's what anyone would consider a creative field. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about ways to add creativity and beauty into my day to day. My husband's an artist, so I'm always around someone creating, and it definitely makes me long to create more as well. And I just see how much passion he has for it and how much meaning it adds to his life, and it's so beautiful. I think all of us deep down really long to be creators in some way or another. I mean, many of us probably don't really think of ourselves as creative people, but I think there's like a humanness to creating. It's intrinsically human to want to create. And I think it's kind of a shame that so often it's not really, there's not that many opportunities for us to really get into being creative. Is this looking good? I don't know if it's really looking like a bouquet or if it's just looking like a bunch of flowers. I know that's technically what a bouquet is, but. So it's me again, editor Anna, and I just wanted to come on here and share a couple of other thoughts I had about this. I think the reason why I really wanted to do something creative in the video is that, at least for me, I think a lot of the times when I am feeling down or my life is feeling really stagnant or I just am not feeling myself, often it's during times in my life where I am not being creative. Maybe I'm having work burnout or life has just gotten so busy and I haven't really had time to do something that is purely for me. So doing something outside of that, reading, creating, writing, all of these things, I think it just helps you remember why life is good. And yeah, so that is a really, really big step that I am really trying right now to incorporate more into my life. And I definitely think that if I just keep it up and especially try to get myself to create when I'm feeling down, I think it would just be a really great way to lift my mood and just make my life feel more meaningful. I just hope that you take this as a sign to go and create something. Even if you're not necessarily the creator, but you're engaging and interacting with art of any kind, go to an art museum, go to a concert, read poetry. I think you'll really find that it lifts your mood and reminds you that life is so beautiful. Also, I thought it was funny to share this little existential crisis moment. I have these a lot when I'm recording. Sometimes I just hope I might say something meaningful in these videos. If everything I'm saying now ends up being garbage, maybe tomorrow I will. Even though I didn't say it, I'm thinking it, and here I am doing it, doing a voiceover. I wonder how florists actually do this. Maybe I should have looked up how to make a bouquet video. But I kind of just wanted to wing it. Anyway. Is this looking good or is it looking crazy? Oh, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. That was so fun. And it looks so pretty. I love flowers. It brightens up everything. And they smell good. Nothing that I'm saying here do I think is groundbreaking. I just want this to be your sign to go out and do something to cheer yourself up. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. And it doesn't have to look like any of the things that I'm going to do in this video. Tell me the things that you do that shake you out of your funk and add a little bit of happiness and joy into your life. I think romanticizing your life is such a great way to make even the hard parts of life a little bit more beautiful. I mean, they are really meaningful, but they don't always feel meaningful. The struggle and the hours of hard work, cleaning, cooking. But these are like the moments in life that make it life. These little moments make up our lives. I just want to say thank you so much if you stuck with me through this whole video. I really hope it wasn't too all over the place, too rambling. I really hope that if you are struggling, if you were drawn to this video because you're down, I know you're gonna see the sunshine again. It's going to turn around. Hang in there. Be kind to yourself more than anything. Just be so kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself all of the grace in the world. And I don't think that it's always so easy to cheer yourself up. So please reach out to your friends and your loved ones. Sometimes just eating pancakes with your friend and watching the Great British Bake Off is the thing that you need to cheer your soul up a little bit. But I'm rooting for you. I hope that you do take this video as a sign to do everything you can for your own mental well-being and your own emotional well-being. You really deserve everything in the world. You deserve to be happy and have fun and to find the magic in life. I hope you start romancing yourself. I made the most fancy bubble bath I've ever made in my entire life for this video. And it was really driven for this video, but it made me feel so good. I was like, wow, rose petals, aromatic scents. It could not have been a more romantic little spa night for myself. So yeah, do something for yourself. And just know I love you. I hope that this video cheered you up or gave you a little idea of something that you can do in the future to overcome a slump. And I hope I'll see you in my next one.